Hi gamers. We're racing more HMG. This is the HMG tournament, so that would make sense. We have Melmo here. Melmo, what round are we in right now?
This is losers bracket. Round 5.
All right, we've got MrByer versus Spleebie, two runners very well versed in all of the required tricks to complete this seed. Both runners been around for a bit. MrByer really likes doing like theory stuff, task runs, and also just likes playing. Spleebie plays a little bit of everything, but mainly linked to the past.
Spleebie has been a glitched runner for a really long time. Like, he was one of the people still playing when everyone had stopped racing glitched modes in 2019. MrByer was quietly playing glitch modes on his own, doing mostly daily challenges. Before I noticed he was doing that and said, why don't you join our races? We have some map checking for MrByer. It's a pendant Hera, which is fun.
Yeah, Hera's.
Pendant Hera is the reason I lost. Well, one of the reasons I lost to Spleebie in the last round, so I have a bit of a grudge against it. Spleebie gets a bottle in Sahasra's closet, which is nice to have before you get to Kakariko, so you can check Sick Kid.
This is a double Malmo favorite seed because our tracker was paying attention when we were talking about the runners. Spleebie talked to Saha, and there's a Pendant Thieves Town.
Oh, I love Pendant Thieves Town. It's the best. I love doing only the first two and then leaving.
I don't think that has ever worked out for anyone, but it's a bold strategy for sure. Oh no. So we got a Quake Medallion on Lumberjack Ledge, which may or may not be required, but two of our pendant, like, we know we need at least one medallion.
Yeah, Meyer is really likely to be a crystal, but it's only a 1 in 3 chance of being Quake. And Turtle Rock Medallion doesn't matter unless we're looking for the Meyer Medallion in Turtle Rock.
Right, so maybe we don't need it, but could just be Secret Aga 1.
At least they both check it. I think everyone checks Lumberjack in HMG. In No Logic, it's a lot less common. Ooh, early ped check too for Spleebie. Meyer went up the mountain. Wait, Spleebie. Okay, I think he realized he just didn't do this check and doesn't want to walk out of the pedestal screen. That's fair. I do wonder if we'll actually check ped now because it's kind of far away.
Yeah, I think ped's just kind of far away to begin with, so like, and I don't know, we already know two of our pendants. The only thing it would really do is to tell you that you need to do Thieves Town when otherwise you maybe wouldn't, but
I think Thieves and Hera are easy enough dungeons to do that. It's actually like worth having this ped knowledge. Oh, it's a hook shot.
Oh boy.
Well, good.
Okay. Well,
lovely. So, first of all, that means that you don't get to Hera pot for the Hera pendant. You have to come in through Meyer or find the big key.
Yeah, that puts Swamp Palace behind a lot of stuff.
Yeah, second, if Swamp's a pendant, both runners know how to skip the hook shot. So it's not necessarily required, but Swamp is, again, likely to be a crystal.
Oh, in HMG logic, isn't it required to be a crystal? I thought you needed the hookshot to beat swamp logically.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if swamp's a crystal, they need the hookshot. But if swamp's not a crystal, both of them can skip the hookshot, unless it's hookshot cave.
Right,
Which
but
then only Spleebie can skip it.
But it can't be a pendant though.
Oh, it can't
It
be a
has-
pendant. Oh yeah, so hookshot's required. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so Spleebie knows he needs that. Yes, yes. My brain is not on yet. It's okay. Next year we don't have to think about such things. Hookshot could totally be on ped, and the pendants can be anywhere they want.
Yeah, so we actually are setting up for a nice little all dungeon seed, because our access to that hookshot might just be through the Quake locked mire.
Yes, if Mire is a pendant, then first of all, yeah, what you're saying is that now we don't even get to hope that Mire is just a pendant and we don't need Quake, because now we definitely need the Mire pendant if it's a pendant. But there's something fun you can do in HMG with the Mire pendant if it is a pendant, which is that you can get it from another boss. You don't have to kill Vitreous. We don't allow this for goal items like crystals, but for pulling ped, we allow it. You can start in Mire and then clip to another dungeon like Hera or Swamp, and then kill that boss and get the pendant.
Yeah, but if you're starting in Mire, that still means you need the medallion.
Yes, Quake is 100% required if Mire is Quake. Now it's just a straight 1 in 3 chance instead of that the hopium of maybe it was just a pendant is no longer a thing. Of course, MrByer doesn't know that yet, so he still has some hopium in him, but it's false.
Yeah, so with that knowledge that hookshot is on pedestal and that we actually do quote unquote need it, how quickly are you rushing to Mire area at this point? Is it just Moon Pearl and jump down?
Oh, I would do a Dark World loop. So if I'm Spleebie and I know like that Thieves Town is required, then I would do a Dark World loop, do all of Thieves Town. Be nice to have a hammer for it, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. The Fire Rod makes Skullwoods part of that loop as well. And the 2 swords. That makes it much more reasonable than
Swords
when he only had 1. That one,
if you want to learn how to see it, you could dupe it.
That one, there's a very like convoluted method involving like 3 bottles and the flute, I think. So be my guest.
I mean, it'd be really...
Overall duping's kind of borked anyway in some of these rando branches. So you could go through all of that and still just not work.
Yes, but it would be very cool.
It would be very cool. Everyone's going to Kakariko today. This is probably good because the Moon Pearl's here, and there's a sword in desert and a fire rod. It's a good place to be. I think with the bottle for Spleebie and then Mr.Byer's, he has a bottle too. Yeah, they're all pretty good. MrByer's in MrByer is not in Cackwell. He's actually in Paradoxcape. I confuse those so much. The 2 chests in Cackwell versus the 1 chest in the 1 chest in Cackwell versus the 2 in Back of Paradox. Fire is actually here finding a different sword and a different rod in East of Mountain. So he'll go to Cack a little later, but probably not. He probably won't put it off too long, given that he has most of the items you would want. A flute and a glove would be good. He's probably hoping to find a fire source too, and doesn't know there's one there. The best thing that could be found, okay, like MrByer would really benefit from a mirror just for his long-term health, because he really needs to see that pedestal, and With the fire rod available, and he'll have 3 swords when he gets it. He'll
There's
just
that
do
hammer.
Skull Woods, and if he doesn't have a mirror when he's there, he might never check ped. He's also in
There's
danger
a-
of doing like not all of Thieves Town when he's there, just because it's a pendant.
That's true. That might only really hurt him if like if something is actually just in Thieves Town. But even then, like once he finds out the hookshot is available and finds whatever the third pendant is, like you would think he just kind of goes for it.
Yeah, the fact that he has, like, he doesn't have Sahasralid done yet, and that Thieves is a green pendant, he might actually want to have the green pendant before going there, so he might think it's worth doing all of it. Okay, now he's in actual Kakariko. Okay. Spleebie did a buffer up that looked like more than 1 frame and it still worked. I'm confused. I guess it's a 50-50. Oh, the mirror. Oh, the mirror's here in Cackwell. Okay, it's just not tracked. Now it's tracked. MrByer is now in good shape for checking ped when he's in Skullwoods. He's highly incentivized to go there early. Once he has done this loop, he'll have the fire rod and the tempered sword, and he'll have the hammer, so he can do like all the Dark World checks and like all of Thieves Town if he chooses to. Hopefully by the time he gets there, he'll have already checked ped and know that he needs to do that. It depends on like what order he does everything in. If he starts at the bottom, it might be different.
Yeah, I guess it would depend, like, if he wants to find additional health or something, but for me, with, like having Fire Rod in hand, having the Tempered Sword, I would definitely want to do Skullwoods. It's gonna depend on...
he's gonna have more health than he's used to having for... Like, he does all dungeons RNG. He's used to it. Having, like, less health and energy for Moth. He'll have the normal amount of, like, offense, so it won't be a problem. And he even has a mirror. If he dies, he can save his, he can fix his fake Dark World. Oh, even the powder was here. Okay. I don't know if Spleebie got a chance to check that. Both of them have empty magic bars, but MrByer has a blue potion. He might end up drinking that. Even though blue potion is nice to have for, like, transportation. And for healing. I think with the Mirror and Pearl, though, he can afford to put off Magic Bad a little bit. He can get the full Magic Refill from killing a boss, and then come back later with the Mirror. Do it with Hammer Pegs, Dark World checks. I think that's what he's choosing right now. Another bottle. Okay, he's gonna get it. He is extremely poor right now. He had just enough money for Zora, and then he had so little after that he had to farm green rupees in the bushes to get to the bottle merchant.
Yeah, luckily I think he won, like, the 4 out of 7 that he needed to
survive. I think he just forgot a step. He forgot to dash turn to the right or something.
Yeah.
The desert screen is really confusing because there's so many different ways to do these clips, and they're all slightly different from each other. And some of them get you to the items, some of them don't. It's one of the hardest things to teach. The classic double dash to the desert ledge item, where you stop and re-dash because you were pessimistic about the item. You should have believed. You could have saved 30 frames.
Yeah, in HMG, I tend to just pick stuff up because it just the way you collect things is it's just a lot more convenient to just pick stuff up and not have to worry about the tracker. Whereas in No Glitches, it's better to just spy stuff most of the time.
Huh. But you could stop 5 tiles short and save a lot of movement time by not picking up the item.
Eh.
Worth noting, by the way, that Tower of Hera is not going to be easy today. It's not a big key, small key. That was a small key in either an item or like a map and compass. So either Hera is fire locked or it's Meyer locked. It's almost easier if it's fire locked, but I think they'll probably wait for the Meyer medallion to get it. Once they know what the Meyer medallion is, if it's Quake, they can get that. But if it's not, then I guess it depends on how badly they want Hookshot. But since Swamp is usually locked by the Meyer medallion anyway, for HMG reasons, they can wait on that. Like, they don't have to go into Swamp until it's in logic. Unless they have a really good reason to. So they can leave that sword on the pedestal, or the hookshot on the pedestal as long as they want. Even more so for Spleebie, who can hover. You can do hookshot cave and things like that. Whereas MrByer might have a little more incentive to get the hookshot earlier so he doesn't miss out on hookshot cave. He can Moldorm bounce, but Moldorm bounce doesn't get you those items. It also doesn't get you the item in the JT climb.
Right. Well, also from Spleebie's perspective, I mean, he probably knows all of that information and might just decide that he wants the hookshot just as a meta play.
Yeah. But the issue is if he doesn't have the Meyer medallion, then he can't get the hookshot unless Hera Basement has the big key. So he would have to either check Hera Basement hoping it's the big key or hoping it's a useful item and risk spending his like free Swamp Palace small key, or just put it off until he finds the Meyer medallion.
I don't recall ever seeing. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is Ice Rod Cave.
Oh, baby, don't press right.
South Shore into... I actually didn't notice how he got to Zora's domain. I think he went down from the mountain because he's doing this, which is normally done with Waterfall Fairy. But he's doing this the speedrun way, which is to do it from desert, and it has a medallion in it. It's Bombos.
Okay. Could be spicy.
Spleebie also taking a route that doesn't involve the South Zora checks, or the South Flippers checks, which I guess includes Ice Rod Cave. So that means Hobo hasn't been checked by either of them, and Spleebie is missing Bombos for what that's worth. Are we gonna get a map check? We have Pendant Skullwoods, which is kind of rough for MrByer. Skullwoods is his ticket to checking Ped, and now it's a pendant, making him less likely to check Ped. He's actually a little more likely now to just blind pull it. Now if you're gonna do Ped, you want to do Skullwoods last and get the pedestal then. If I was him in his situation, I'd be avoiding that part of the Dark World completely.
I mean, I honestly would not even be looking at the pedestal in MrByer's situation because you know Hera's a pendant, you know that it's behind the Meyer medallion.
It's true. He does know that. He knows where 2 of the Meyer medallions are. So the Keen of Samaria is the only thing left that he knows can't be there. And then like also Ether, I guess. Quake is for Turtle Rock, so Turtle Rock is locked behind. Logically likely to be locked behind that Ag and Nuclear, but of course we don't care. It's mostly a key logic formality that we really only care about if there's a match between the Meyer and Turtle Rock medallion, and we want to know if we should go in there looking for it or not. Chain Chomps is always fair game for anything. It's basically like a Sphere 1 Turtle Rock location. You can even get in there without Moon Pearl if you have the right stuff, but that's the only check that's available, and then everything else has to be locked behind keys. Fire is doing a fake flute. Is this going to be to 3 or 7? Looks like it's going to be 3. So he has probably Magic Bat first. Magic Bat and Hammer Pegs. He's setting up to skip the rock. You can do this in the light world or the dark world. It's the same. When he transitions, it puts him back in the real dark world. And then he'll have the mirror to check Magic Bat. Spleebie's cleaning up his Sphere 1s. I don't think we saw South Shore at all from Fire. I think we saw Mountain into Zora, and then we saw Ice Rod Clip. The Ice Rod map wrap, just to do Ice Rod Cave by itself. Oh, you must have seen this.
I was
the Moon Pearl.
I was just gonna bring up that I don't remember seeing Spleebie get the Moon Pearl, and I was wondering.
I thought first I had my wires crossed and thought that I was seeing Spleebie get it in Cackwell, but I think I was seeing him get the mirror at the same time.
Spleebie's running the long way to Ice Rod Cave. You hate to see it.
What's the short way? Is it through a wall in the desert?
Yeah, you just go and you check the hobo and then you clip. I guess, I don't know. But okay, works out. Gets the bombos.
All right, how much of this is MrByer going to do? I guess it depends on what's in here. Again, that green pendant might tempt him into getting the green pendant before doing Sahasrara. Oh, Graveyard Ledge. King's Tomb. I don't know if we've seen King's Tomb yet. I'm surprised he's doing this in the light world and not the dark world. You can do King's Tomb in the dark world the same way. You can do it as your Death Mountain Descent, and then start your dark world route that way.
Oh, because the transition will kick you back into the dark world?
No, it's just that it's the same clip. So you instead of doing the DMD, the Death Mountain Descent,
right.
Just do it there and then you mirror.
Yeah, I was not thinking about the mirror.
I learned this from IOB and Narwhal while mentoring them. They were just started doing it, and I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And they were like, "Kingston." I'm like, "Oh, I never thought of this." I haven't timed it compared to like save and quit and doing it by itself, but I think if you're going to clip off the mountain anyway, it might save time to pick that up on the way. Alright, first glove is in Village, so something MrByer's happy to see. Oh man, he didn't do all of these. That's okay. I mean, I don't expect him to, even though we know he needs to. I think it would almost be weird if he was doing all these pendants when he has... I don't know, he has some things. He doesn't have a lot. If he finds a bow, he might be in trouble.
Can I just get some clarification from our tracker? Okay, never mind. Spleebie just did a map check. It was just marked as a crystal on one tracker and a pendant on the other one for Thieves'
I think
Town.
it's red crystal instead of green pendant.
Yeah. Alright.
It's got that little bead on it.
Alright. Spleebie is going into Hookshot Cave at least. Now
yeah,
climbing, I guess?
Okay, did he just do that just to fix his camera? Or did I miss him doing all of it?
I don't know why he wouldn't at least get the one in logic check that's available there.
Oh, also, if he's checked his map, he knows that Pedestal is available if he can get into Meyer. And he has knowledge of 2 medallions now, so I think he's expecting at least access to Meyer, if not. You know, he can't actually full clear it because he doesn't have Cane, but he can still do Hera. He's trying to do a bonk setup to fake flute. He needs to be 1 pixel lower than this. There we go. Very good. 2 baked flutes. Was that 2? Okay, no, it was 3.
Okay, and I think
funny.
I think I caught a glimpse of the Meyer medallion. I think it's Bombos.
Tracker says it's Ether. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get another look.
Maybe it was.
If it's
Ether.
bombos, I think. I was gonna say Byre might go in, but also he doesn't have a whole lot of reason to. Like it would be fine.
Yeah.
He could unlock Swamp.
I only caught a very quick glimpse through the corrupted graphics, so
It's really hard to see on our end. Byre has
definitely
a
trust our tracker.
I wouldn't say necessarily that it lost the race yet for Byre, but I think the thing that made it a problem was when Skullwoods was a pendant. That was the worst thing that could happen to him because he had an out. It was going to be fine if he just did Skullwoods and then mirrored and checked the head, but Skullwoods being a pendant is just really screwing him over.
Kind of wondering why Spleebie's doing Skullwoods now. Like, I guess he wanted the catfish check over just coming here from Turtle Rock.
I think he just wants to do everything that's on this route all at once. He's doing Skullwoods now because he's not in go mode and it might have something in it that's useful and he knows he has to do it anyway. Like, I understand that Pedestal is ideally you want to do it last because you can pull Ped, but he also doesn't know if, for example, Kane is here, then he could do Meyer and unlock Hera at the same time. And if it's like a ether here, then and he skips it, and when is he gonna come back for that?
Well, when he goes for when he gets the other two pendants and comes back for the hook shot, presumably.
Yeah, but he needs ether. He probably needs ether to do Hera, assuming that the medallion read is correct. Because
I guess my biggest question here is because Spleebie knows that both of the dungeons are required, you know, you could just as easily find that ether or that cane or just something else TM in Thieves Town, and even if you don't find it, then, you know, you just make your way up here naturally anyway. But if you were going to do it in this order, then wouldn't the map wrap be a little faster? Yeah, he does.
I think you have a point in that maybe he should have done his entire Darkhold route south to north. It might have been a little difficult for him because he doesn't have a glove to start in the south. But you could start with like a mirror offset to castle instead. Like, there are ways to start in the south. You could do a super jump. Because then, yeah, I think you're right that he could have like started and then done Meyer to Hera. But the fact that Hera is dependent and not Meyer is complicating things because if he does get the Hera pendant, he's no longer on that route. He's on the mountain. He just loses all of that route. So maybe the ideal route is actually Thieves Town and then south and then Meyer to Hera and end the route in Hera collecting the pendant and then Death Mountain descent off again to finish off Skullwoods and Pulphead. But I think it's also perfectly fine for him to do what he's doing, which I think is just treating every dungeon like it's a crystal, and if he can do it, he just does it.
Yeah, I feel like this is just gonna end up working. Like he's just gonna end up collecting literally everything on this route. Are we going to ice?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a bold move without the cane, but you know, I guess the bomb jump.
It's not in logic, but it's also the only crystal he can do, so it's understandable. He doesn't know this is a Ped seed. So this is the only thing he can do. That's good. I wonder what he's hoping to find. Maybe a bow. He might just be hoping the cane is here. It could be. And if we're right about Meyer being ether, like he can't even go in there. In fact, even Ped isn't available unless Hera Basement is the big key.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think we're just struggling to find the path because there's just too much open.
I think there's not enough open for MrByer. I think it's the opposite. For Spleebie, it's too much open. I think for MrByer, it's not enough. And the reason is because most of the things that are open are pendants, and they appeal to Spleebie a lot more. That's good, though. Actually, if you're rooting for MrByer, you want these paths to stay closed. You want him to get funneled into these pendant dungeons. Yeah, this is definitely a very weird seed. It's technically an Aga seed because of TR. It's definitely a Ped seed. We got one player in Ice Palace without the Mitts or Kane. We got another player who pulling Ped, but can't probably because maybe Hera is Meyer locked. It's very weird. I'm sure Ether is just an hype game and everything will be normal again. Does MrByer have the same fairy that Spleebie had?
I don't remember if he still has it. I think he dumped it for blue goo in the waterfall. I don't think he had a second bottle yet, so he just dumped the fairy to throw the bottle in and got a blue goo for it, and then used the blue goo to fake flute.
He has some HP now. He got drops from Pengators. So he's at least not in one hit KO anymore. And he has a powder if he really needs it. He could powder an anti-fairy in Ice Tea Room. If he ends up going there. Where are you going, MrByer? Oh, he's not
jumping.
a hook shot.
Yeah. It's got a bomb jump over too.
Yeah, so
also I'm not paying attention to keys because this might just be hookshot locked.
Yeah, probably. He's not he didn't steal the key. This room sucks, by the way. This room is the worst. I usually recommend people steal the key.
That's right.
Lobby.
He used it. He used it instead of stealing it to get the Pengator chest. Because that chest kind of sucks to get to on the bomb jump route.
Oh, did he just not do the bomb jump route at all?
No, he did it. He just went to Pengator room first and then he clipped through the wall.
Huh. So he went to... Oh.
Yeah, he spent the berry key to go to Pengator room.
And then he went to the... Okay, he's playing conservatively. He's making sure that he has...
Yeah,
he doesn't
just making sure that he picks up everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that he probably timed. The Pengator from the front is faster than Pengator from the bomb clip. But yeah, at the expense, he's doing this bomb jump in the Bari's room that you almost never see anymore. And that's kind of rough. I think that loses all the time he would have saved. Just backtracking. It is really slow to get Pengators from bomb clip if you're not icebreakering.
Okay, so there was a small key and a big key behind that key door. Did anybody see where the second key was?
I think he hasn't found it yet. He's very poor on keys. He's, yeah, like the big key being in that room makes it less hookshot locked, right? Because it's when the big key is in one of the 3 sphere 1 rooms that tends to make it hookshot locked, right?
No, it's when the big key is in either the big key chest, it's in one of the things that are available without the hammer, basically.
Okay.
That can make it hookshot lock, and basically you need a small key to be in one of those like sphere 1 ice checks to allow you access to the right side.
Right. Well, we've done all the sphere 1 ice checks, and none of them have the small key, right? So
yeah, because we're out of keys now. So.
By the way, Spleebie did find a bow in Thieves Town, deep, so it's actually maybe good that MrByer didn't go all the way through because he would have been distracted by Odd and Eastern if he'd gone. He's going to be probably forced into a pendant dungeon at some point, and if you're rooting for Byer or rooting for a good race, you might want him to go to Skull first so that he can find nothing there but check Ped, and then do Thieves Town after and get the bow. That'll put him back on the path, but Spleebie is just on a path that's working out for him, and it's... MrByer is doing things that are slow and not gaining him any advantages. And the longer this keeps going, the harder it's going to be for MrByer to catch up even when he does get back on the path. Unless he does something that's bad, but not a pendant dungeon. Because Spleebie will do all of those. He has to do something that's bad in a different way and then find something.
I mean, something that Buyer could do is just YOLO the pedestal. Just see that, like, once he gets Ether, obviously, he might see that all 3 pendants are available and just, like, try and go clean up whatever is there. But that just seems like something you don't really see, especially not in the latter stages of a tournament.
I think you don't usually see the YOLO pedestal unless somebody's already done the pendants for other reasons. He's doing Sphere 1 cleanup. I expect maybe a Hyrule Castle play at some point for him. Not for Spleebie. So that could be something good for him too. He could also start YOLOing things like pod crystals he can't clear but can enter. Parts of Pod or Sphere 1.
Yeah, I just feel like it's more punishing to have to double dip a dungeon in this mode.
I think it's less punishing because you can get back faster. Things like Turtle Rock. Like, think about how awful it is to return to Helmasaur in the open sea. You have to walk through that maze again, or Flute to 5. Like, you have to go through a whole overworld screen just to get there. But here you just Kiki skip, and it's not the end of the world. And Turtle Rock is a breeze. You go straight to the boss almost. Like, nobody blinks an eye at Ice Rodless TR in HMG. You just do it. It's fine. It's almost a completable crystal. It's not quite, but it's almost there. But it's weird because I want MrByer to catch up to Spleebie somehow to make it a race again. I want him to find something in these locations, but I also want him to not find too much or else he'll get distracted. And maybe the best thing that could be in a bad location like this is Ether. Because that's something that is locking the pedestal and won't distract him too much. It'll get him in that direction. He might unlock Hera. He might, he can't do Meyer yet, but he might go in and unlock Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Swamp Care package fairly early, minus the hook shot, but like your hook shot could just be in Swamp, and with the multiple ways that we have to access Swamp, like going in there just trying to find a hook shot isn't as terrible as it normally is. Like you were saying before, like it's not as punishing as it would be in like no glitches.
I mean, everything you do that's bad is punishing if you're playing against the top 6 in a tournament. That's just the nature of making it this far.
I wouldn't know. I've never made top 6 in a tournament. More blue goose. Is he just getting those because he's here? Or do you think maybe he has a plan for them?
I think he's just getting them because he's here. He's swimming. I think he hasn't done King's Tomb yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the full Sphere 1 sweep. Also, Spleebie is too. I guess Spleebie has also run out of full clearable crystals that are in Logic.
Well, he wanted to find Ether, and he just did, so he was just making sure he didn't miss it somewhere.
There we go. So, there's Ether. That's the missing piece to his puzzle.
Did Spleebie ever activate the flute? I know he got it.
I think anyone did. I think because Spleebie was in Checkerboard Cave, it was a little hard to... Yeah, Spleebie didn't even pick it up because he knew he wasn't going to activate it. It was an awkward location. Both of them had already been to Village because the glove is in there. So it's hard to get back to Kakariko and activate the flute and save time. Oh no, the Spike Cave of Shame. He's probably going to do Spike Cave anyway, so it's fine. I wonder if Spleebie goes for that Escher hop on purpose. So this may look like a Meyer play, but it's actually a Hera play.
Oh no. I think Byr wants to check GT to make sure that... I mean, it's not terrible, like, you just kind of treat... If you just kind of treat it like a 3-item cave, not... Like, you just go in, get your items, and leave. Not terrible to just get the front 3.
Well, he might also... I'm not sure if he'll do this, but he could also get the, all the shot lock stuff.
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't have grabbed those bombs if he was not gonna bomb jump here.
I feel like you at least get the big key if you're in here without hookshot. Because you can still find a bow. I bet the bow is the thing he's looking for. He just really wants to do Pod and Eastern and hasn't... And he knows there's 2 of them. Unfortunately, he's just skipped everything, every little thing that's... like, he's done partial escape and partial thieves, and both of them have progression. And he didn't get the progression, so he's going to have to double dip those as well. It's really getting really tough for him to come back from this.
Yeah, and I think we see the raw power of Spleebie's early head check now, because it seems like a decent portion of this seed is going to be locked behind that hook shot.
And the bow. It's like Spleebie is here instead of Pod and Eastern. He could have just done Pod and Eastern when he found the bow, but I think he might be thinking that he just wants to lean on his advantage. I wonder if he even realizes that the bow is also an advantage that he has, because it was an appended dungeon that he was incentivized to full clear.
Right, that's the other point I was going to bring up, is that, like, he didn't have to make a decision on Thieves Town because he already knew he needed it. Right? He has so many fewer decisions. Oh no,
Sorry,
didn't even get
fairy.
it.
It's fine, he's going to clip to a room that has 2 fairies in it. So he's found the Meyer big key. Yeah, so he'll go to Hera. Was that a lamp fake powder? Wait. No, he must have real powdered. I don't think lamp fake powder is a thing.
I think he used his last little bit of magic to use the real powder.
I mean, if lamp fake powder is a thing, please let me know, because that would be crazy. I know lamp and powder have some shared code between them. I was gonna say, oh, more ways to set index, and I realized, well, if you have the lamp, you just have the lamp. You don't need to do anything fancy.
Yeah. Well, a very nice, mostly Cane of Burna kill on Ice Armos there. Speaking of things that are fancy. Okay, did he not find the big key on that trip? Is it Samaria locked?
He must have, because he didn't do the big chest, right? I would have done the big chest.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't 100% paying attention to that screen.
Maybe he did the big chest first? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, there's your fairy. You almost didn't get that one, too. Alright, we're doing pod. Bowless pod, bite the bullet. You say, there's probably just a bow here. There's Spleebie's second Meyer Big Key, confirming, by the way, that the ether was hard required for the pendant. Spleebie, hopefully you're remembering that why he's here. That's he almost
Yeah.
swapped. That's normally what you're doing here, but actually this is a Hera play. I think he can afford to just. He's like forgetting how
Don't
this
run out.
works. He almost ran out. How often do you actually have to do this? You almost never do. This is a really rare seed.
This is incredibly slow. You really never want to have to do this way.
This is what the logic expects, folks. If you want to play HMG in the year 20, I'm trying to think, 2020. Have we discovered Harapot yet?
Not in 2020. That would have been 21.
I guess 21 was when HMG was invented, but major glitches existed earlier, so you could have played the mode where you're supposed to do. Also, the game just expects that you're doing one frame clips for all this, because when the logic was written, that's what was available. And that's not even getting started on what Specky Clip has done for HMG.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of like convoluted stuff that you used to have to do in Swamp regarding keys, and now you don't have to anymore.
You used to have to sometimes flood and then come back and do that clip twice. Oh, we're mimic clipping. Oh gosh. You have a blue potion, but MrByer.
I don't think you can use a flute to mimic clip.
Sure you can.
Oh, okay.
You can also...
Why did
he save and quit?
Spleebie... Oh, okay.
Because he needs to go back to Hera.
He can't. Yeah, he can't complete Swamp yet. He has to run back through Hera and go get the hook shot.
Yeah, he's unlocking Swamp because he was there. Maybe he counted items while opening chests in Hera, although he didn't kill Moldorm. If there's an item in Hera basement, it wouldn't really be safe to spend the key in Swamp, but I think he probably could have just walked out of Hera after unlocking and done this and been fine. Unlocked with... He already has a Hera Small, so he knows that that's available, but he doesn't know if it's safe to spend, or at least I don't know. Yeah, MrByer is spending more time with this mimic clip than he would have saved with a fake flute. At this point, it's just a little bit of sunk cost fallacy going on, I think. Maybe he doesn't, like, recognize the blue potion in his bottle as a thing that he could be using right now.
Yeah, at this point it would have been faster to just leave, do the PCU, and come back in, but...
I can't
Actually,
believe
that was probably just always faster.
How different this seed is when you don't check pet. It's really unfair.
Yeah, and I'm not really a big fan of ever checking pet unless it's like directly in front of your face. So, yeah, I definitely go to and buy this seed.
I'd be in Byer's shoes right now. I wouldn't be doing this, but I'd be like doing everything. I'd be doing one and done Skull Woods. I would maybe like have gone into Thieves and gotten the bow, but probably not. I certainly wouldn't be beating Spleebie. Okay, apparently Hero Basement is an item. Spleebie did the Swamp unlock from Meyer to ensure that he could get it. Pedestal is the hook shot.
Yeah, and Quake was also on Lumberjack Ledge, but unfortunately this game likes to crush my dreams even when I'm not holding the controller, so...
It's only
no angle
technically
one required.
logically required. You can pretend. Herd base. Oh no. Oh, we're having a... Oh, it's a stalemate!
Having a battle with that Helmosaur.
I don't think he has any projectiles that can kill that Helmasaur. He doesn't even have magic. He actually just had to do that.
Okay, what was Spleebie trying to do by burning that magic underneath the pot? Wrong answers only.
Oh, I don't know, because I was distracted by MrByer finding King of Samaria and Harmless Hallway. Which just seems nice, but actually it's just going to distract him more. He's probably like, oh my god, there's a bow here too. Oh, now he's never doing thieves.
Well, what about second bow?
He'll get that. Unless his go mode is checking ped. Which is getting likely at this point.
Yeah, it's...
His go mode's either going to be checking ped or getting ether. Alright, we have our pendants.
I'm wondering if that Samaria distracts him even further, like into Turtle Rock.
I'm not sure why Spleebie felt the need to check Air Basement, honestly. I guess he's just being really thorough. Maybe because he feels ahead. Maybe he also expects that MrByer, oh, he had that book forever. It was a Sanctuary book. Surely MrByer also checked this, and we're on even footing here.
Yeah, the way Spleebie's played this whole time, it's like he doesn't want to leave anything behind. Like that was why he went to Zelda Cell, even though he arguably had better things to do.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that he did that instead of Pod Eastern. And if he had done Pod Eastern, he would have found the cane and gone to Turtle Rock and done a whole bunch of stuff. He might have benefited from that by having the cane for Meyer, at least. But yeah, he's on a solid path to go mode. He just has to do his dungeons, and eventually he'll trip on the cane and be in go mode. And how long that takes depends on what order he does his dungeons in. There's no telling, just because they're all equally fine. It's how badly do you want to like go mode certain dungeons like ice. He's probably going to deprioritize ice. That'll be his like third to last dungeon. He'll do like swamp or Pod Eastern. Looked like he was doing one and then changed his mind. I'm not sure what happened. It's just a matter of whether he's doing swamp first. That's fine. He'll probably do all of it. And it won't matter.
If he's doing swamp now, maybe he's not deprioritizing ice. Maybe he just wants to do swamp straight into ice.
You know, you have a point. I don't think you should be doing swamp right now. I think you should be doing Pod and Eastern.
I think you should be doing Pod and Eastern as well, but like Pod is one of those that you always dream about being able to go mode, right?
So is ice. So is swamp.
True.
And Eastern is not.
Swamp maybe less so because you hit like 6 chests anyway on your way through.
Swamp is fine if you're willing to skip left side, but if you're feeling the way Spleebie's been playing, he's been thorough. He might actually do all of it, especially if he's leaning on the ped check and the hook shot. I guess we've seen all the items now, so there's no chance for Byer to find anything other than that cane. I hate being in this position, but now I'm wondering if Byer will even be in go mode when Spleebie finishes.
Yeah, and Spleebie initially did not reset his dungeon ID, and I was kind of wondering why. Like, maybe he just forgot, but...
Because he doesn't have a flute. Well, he might have used... No, he doesn't have the hair big key. He has 2 Meyer big keys.
Oh, maybe he wanted to use the big key to open the big chest, but then...
Didn't have it?
Decided...
Are you sure you didn't just see him do Meyer to Hera and then backtrack? Did he do, like, parts of the middle?
Well, I thought he got the Hera big while he was in Meyer's state.
He did. So he would have
gotten maybe he just like set up the specky clip and realized
maybe
my dungeon ID is wrong.
Or realize that I don't actually have the hair big key.
Yeah. He got bailed out by the swamp big being in the first chest though, so it's not gonna miss that.
The meta for this is if you you want to get the big chest while you're in the other dungeon state, so that you don't have to search for a swamp big key. But that depends on you actually having that big key and the hook shot. He didn't have the hook shot when he was in Meyer, and he didn't have the big key when he was in Hera. Now he has both and can open it, and it's blue mail. Well, what do you mean the normal way cost staves? Going in the normal way was not available to him because he didn't have the Swamp Palace small key as a guaranteed first chest. It's an HMG, it's placed at random in the dungeon, which means you, Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he already unlocked it. You're right. Yeah, that's what you're saying. That's what you guys are all saying. He didn't need to come in from Hera at all. He just walked to the front of the mirror. That's just glitch brain. That's people forgetting you can do things normal ways. Or he forgot he already unlocked it. That's what I was saying earlier. He probably just shouldn't have unlocked it when he was there. I think he lost a lot of time doing that for just a small amount of safety from Hera Basement. Which you can get back. It's not a complete soft lock if you spend that key. You can usually find another key in Swamp. We are often leaving behind keys under pots because we have extra keys when we're in here. Anyone in the Specky Clip era understands this, but even before that in HMG, there is just a key in a chest somewhere that you will usually find while in Swamp that you don't need because you've already unlocked it. And that means that you can leave behind a chest in like the left side swamp trench. And then if you really need the Hera basement key, you can go and steal it from swamp. I also don't know if Spleebie has spent his escape key. I saw MrByer spending it in back of escape.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if Spleebie did.
MrByer used it to get to Dark Cross. I don't think that Spleebie... I mean, he went to Zelda Cell, but there's still one more key, right? That he could use.
No. If he spent the key going backwards from Dark Cross, he spent the key and it's gone. You can't steal it.
Well, I don't think Spleebie went backwards from Dark Cross.
Oh, no.
He just went to Zelda Cell and then left.
Spleebie has the key. Yeah, no, sorry. MrByer doesn't have the key.
Right.
Oh, no. Okay, good. This stupid fire
Is this diver down even faster if you're not getting the key?
I don't do it because I'm bad at it, so I've never timed it.
I remembered a post that like it doesn't even save time if you're not grabbing the key from the trench.
That feels right. I don't feel like I save time on it, but I'm not as fast as most people at that particular diver down. I'm hardly ever doing left side swamp. Not very practiced at it. Spleebie also lost a significant amount of time placing the bomb just a little bit too aggressively and then having to re-hit the switch and place another bomb. So he lost time, almost certainly. Alright, now we're in Pearl Rock because this dungeon MrByer can actually do. Unfortunately for him, it's nothing. We know it's nothing because Spleebie found everything else. Oh,
oops.
Was he hoping to go to ice? Good, don't go to ice. It's dumb. it's a stupid dungeon with no cane and no glove. It's not a good key layout either.
He might have forgotten that he came in here from Hera and not from Meyer.
Yeah, no, this is good for him. He is in a place that's better than Ice Palace, and that's what matters. I mean, I like the idea of doing Swamp into Ice, but I think he should have not done that before doing Pod and Eastern. Ice Palace is really slow in not go mode, and Pod is sometimes fast in go mode, but sometimes the big key is just in the back. And Eastern is almost never go modable. So he'll be in go mode in this dungeon. He'll get to go mode ice. I'll be grateful for that fake world mishap. Kind of... I guess it's an all dungeon seed, but it feels like Spleebie just has a million things left to do after this go mode. But it's because it's an all dungeon seed. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, just you don't get those incidental early crystal clears. Those early quote unquote early crystal clears were dependent dungeons for him. So it seems like he's done more than he actually has on the board.
Well, and he's also had to jump through a lot of hoops just to get the Hera pendant. I think MrByer is going to be blissfully unaware that this is a ped seed until the dot done comes in at this rate. Although there's a lot left for Spleebie to do. And it's not unreasonable for Byer to actually finish this and then do Skullwoods after and check ped. So he might know. He might find out. But he'll also be missing Ether. Oh, that was a risky Bari slash. Oh, he remembers. Let's go.
Defeating the real boss of Turtle Rock, which is remembering you don't have the hook shot here.
The seed was just, like, unfair. Not just because it's a ped seed, but because of the specific pendants. The fact that Hera was locked behind Mire Medallion and that Skullwoods is preventing a ped check if you don't check it right away. Yeah, Spleebie almost skipped it. He went to ped and then he turned back and realized he skipped a Lost Woods check. And I was thinking maybe he would just not check ped, and then he turned around and did it anyway. He's being super thorough. I don't know if this is how he played against me. I didn't like watch that closely. Now I want to ask if this is just how he plays all the time, or if it's a 1v1 tournament strategy, especially against like he knows that he has an execution advantage on me, for example. I don't know how he feels about MrByer, but I think when you do, you can afford to be a little more thorough. Alright, there's his go mode. Oh, he's like... Wait. Is he gonna do it? No, he needs the big chest. He needs the big key. It's here. He was like... I think he was going to go to Helmasaur after that, and then he realized he hadn't actually gotten the big key yet. Yeah, well, this seed also could have just given you a late book and evened the playing field a little and made everyone miserable instead of just one player.
Oh no. Sorry, going... Okay, hasn't done Hookshot Cave yet.
Yeah, but it does look like this might end in Mimic Cave and not in Skullwoods.
I was wondering if you're just gonna head back to GT to get the Samaria lock portion of that, but...
Oh, he could do that, that's true.
It does make sense to pick this up first, but yeah, Mimic Cave seems to be...
None of these
on his mind. Yeah, and unfortunately Skullwoods being a pendant, and like he hasn't really found progression outside of the Samaria in and the bow in like the whole seed basically, so just one of those things. Like he's making plays that make sense. It's just unfortunately the hookshot placement doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm like able to reliably predict what he's gonna do because everything he's doing is perfectly logical and reasonable for someone who doesn't know hookshots on ped. Where's he going now? Is this Pyramid Escape? No, he already did that. Trying to think of where he could be going.
Oh, he didn't.
Swamp
he didn't do
1?
front of escape because that's where ether is.
Sure, but he wouldn't be in the Dark World for that.
I thought you were right that he already did Pyramid Fairy, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he did. Yeah, I guess he did only Back of Escape the Dark Cross, and he ended his Hype Cave route into Ice Palace, so he didn't do any of this. Yeah, and the thing that's making this so hard to calm is that they're doing the exact... Each runner is doing the exact opposite of what the other runner has done. They're conspiring to not do anything in common, and it's really hard to keep track of who's done what. It's almost like they're playing a co-op seed. Like, okay, you do Pod Easter and I'll do the ped check. This would have been a really good co-op seed, I think.
I mean, I would have been sad that I need to do 3 extra dungeons, but you know, I get what you're saying, that like the way that things are spread out here, it would be conducive to a co-op environment.
I think we usually do co-op all dungeons HMG anyway, so you would just do...
Oh, then
pedestal.
yeah, that's fine.
And it would be fine. And the trolliest thing would be that you had to do Myra to Hera unlock. Everything else is on path. Like, everything else is on path if this is an all dungeon seed.
Yeah, if all dungeons are required, then it's like, oh, I got booked my first check. All right,
Yeah,
we better check
and Bow
pad.
and Thieves Town, like, that's easy. The only way that's not easy is if you put off the water checks until you get the hammer.
I don't know, you just do everything, you just do your, like, Sphere 1 checks so fast in HMG, I never even think about, like, what I do in what order. I just have a list of things to do, and I just go around and do them.
A little shopping list. Click those green squares. There is, I don't know, there's room for personalization of the order you do things in, but again, most of the time it doesn't really matter. You'll see all of the top 6 doing different stuff in the opener. I think it does matter, though, that you do them, that you don't skip large swaths of the library for too long. And Sphere 1 probably should be prioritized in HMG, because a lot of things do end up there. Okay, so Ether is, like, I'm wondering how he feels about that, because it's just a breadcrumb. He's like, okay, I can do 1 war crystal. And that's fine, but he still needs to plan ahead for what happens when he goes to Meyer and doesn't find anything there. Or, in his case, just doesn't find the hookshot, because that's what he's looking for now. Sleepy's doing Ice Palace? Okay, yeah. The tracker says he has Ice, but he has Eastern.
Yeah, he just finished Eastern now, just...
Wow, it was bold. But it was from a save and quit. So he could hardlock all he wants.
That's another thing I used to not think about, is like, oh, I'm doing this dangerous thing, I probably should make a plan to save and quit. Like, if I'm in, say, go mode and I have Pod Eastern and Ice left, it's like, well, okay, I can just do Pod Eastern and then save and quit, and then I'm safe for Ice.
Yeah, I definitely route in save and quits on purpose for things like Scudgewoods and Ice Wrap. I don't know, it just makes me feel better. If nothing else, it makes me do the trick faster because I'll have more confidence.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just never think about it because like I came from the speed run, right? Where if you mess up, then you just reset the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
Very
never
different
really
mindset.
thought about it before.
Yeah, this is why I'll never be a top tier speedrunner, because I never consider that I can just reset as an option, because I usually only do like one speedrun for the year and then I'm done. So I had to make it count. But that's how rando works all the time. It's you have one race against your opponent and you have to make it count. And if you make a mistake, you have to just keep going and you know, get back the time you can get.
Right, and that is something that takes getting used to, because like when you're only racing against yourself, like I don't know.
You're not going to eliminate yourself from the tournament. You can always
Right.
keep going. But in the tournament, you will get eliminated and you will stop playing in the tournament. And yeah, you can like do pickup races, but there are like actual consequences to losing that there aren't necessarily in speedrunning.
I
Besides
think
raw lost time.
I think I've done more ADRMG runs since the end of my HMG tournament than I have HMG seeds.
Oh, well, nice. I didn't know you had gone back into all dungeons.
I didn't. I've done it twice, and I've only
Oh.
done one HMG run.
I mean, that's more than I've done in the year, so it's probably not true, but it feels like it. I think that's common though. People eliminate from tournaments. They don't continue playing the mode the tournament was. They have probably gotten their fill at that point, unless they got out really early. Then they'll go on to something else, like Crisscross Hunt, No Logic, or Silk Song. Or building an all dungeons RMG Taz. Follow the runners if you want to see more of that. Oh look, we're in the same dungeon. For the first time in the entire game, I think. That's crazy. They have actually just been magnetically opposed to each other the whole time. It's total oil and water routing between them. Oh,
it's like those bowls that like Children's Miracle Network or whatever puts in like a Walmart, and you just swirl 2 coins around the edges and they just kind of orbit the edge forever.
I don't think I have seen those before. But it sounds cool.
One thing I do have to say is I like the spooky action glitch a little more in glitch modes rather than no glitches or like an NMG. I guess because I'm just not as used to it. But it's also nice because you can use it as a backup for like if you mess up the first room and no glitches, you can always just default to this one.
I think the item dash looks really cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, as we all know, pressing 2 buttons on the same frame is impossible.
That's definitely the hardest part. MrByer is going back in. So, is he going to unlock both Hera and Swamp, or just Swamp? Not that it matters that much, but like...
Oh, I see.
Do you have a fairy?
So, Spleebie only had 10 arrows, that's why he didn't want to use...
There's silver!
Silvers.
There's silver!
Yeah, but there's 9 eyes.
It is an 11... It's an 11 arrow fight. But...
I'm fairly sure it is,
yeah, he didn't have enough. But, I don't know, he didn't have to do the last phase. Like the last 2. The ones that killed him. Get the arrows!
Maybe he wants
10
these
arrows
arrows?
dropped. I know
Yeah,
he knows
okay.
he's gonna get these, but these arrows are slow.
Right, but with where those other arrows dropped, I don't know if that was any faster than just grabbing the 5.
Oh man, Spleebie's like, I'm done for now. I can't afford this death.
Yeah, Vitreous is probably one of the
It
slowest
is a
deaths
really
that you
bad
can
death.
take.
In any other circumstances, this could be a game ender. Oh, look, MrByer found the arrow. See, that's the arrow Spleebie needed to be able to do the Vitreous fight. He
Yeah,
probably already has it.
just take an extra 34 seconds to go get it.
Actually, I don't know if he got both items. He's been thorough. He did less than Swamp,
I
so he
cannot
probably got
imagine.
that. It would be really out of character for him to skip that in this seed.
Actually, I think he probably did have it, because I think that's how he initially got into Swamp. I think he used the bomb clip. Which you
Oh
can't
yeah,
do
if you use the
unless
bomb clip,
you
that means you
opened
move.
the...
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't do the bomb clip if you didn't move the wall, but you can do a different clip on the left side. So yeah, depending on which clip you did, you could tell if he had done the torches or not. That's a good point. It's a interesting thing to remember because I have no memory of him doing that clip.
Is wait,
doing,
is Byron in Meyer State?
Yeah, he's fighting Moldorm. He's gonna
Okay.
So I think what Byer's thinking is, you know, maybe Hookshot's just in Hera, and he's gonna get all the items that are in Hera. He's gonna.
Yeah, so you pick this
drop
up,
down.
you fall down
Yeah.
before you pick up the prize, and then you come back in with the Hera ID, and then the prize drops again without having to kill Morlorm again.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah, okay.
He's gonna find out Hera Basement's an item. His compass is here, and he's gonna get this big key. He's gonna either go downstairs and unlock. Oh my god, he's not gonna unlock it. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this is. I think I've heard people call this like swirling the drain, or what do you call it? Like circling the drain. Like everything is just doing the opposite of what you need right now, and he doesn't know that the Hera pendant is important. Why would he he knows the last item's in the basement. He's just gonna walk in the front and get the item. If this was a ped seed, he would have been playing like it's a ped seed, and he hasn't been playing like it's a ped seed, so why would he get this pendant? This would be the last pendant he wants. Do you remember what the Turtle Rock Big Key was?
I have no idea.
Huh. Byer, what are you doing? MrByer is playing as if Hookshot is here. He's setting up to be in Swamp State. Oh no, okay, now he's gonna go back in. Maybe he was actually just setting up to Hera State all of this. Yeah, okay, never mind. He's just setting up to Hera State the whole thing. He's gonna do left side swamp and big chest and all that.
Was that his third Meyer Big Key?
Yes. There's a lot of Meyer Big Keys.
Think we should get him a keychain so he can keep all of them on one little convenient ring, or...
I was thinking about that as like an SG Live thing, but then I remembered that Dante handed out big keys at the first, well, my first one. It was not really the first one. So that's already been done.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone get 3 Meyer Big Keys before.
Meyer Big Key percent, you saw it here first.
Yeah.
It's a new speedrun category to nerd snipe MrByer into running. It's Max Meyer Bigs.
Or just max Big Keys. Just make him do all dungeons and get the max amount of Big Keys.
So, I was like thinking about a route where you open all the big key chests in the RMG rule set, but you have as few in your inventory at the end as you can. But I don't know if that really works because you'd have to like cave state one of them, but that one puts a bunch of big keys in your inventory, including like Aga Tower, a non-existent big key.
It would be really cool if we found a way to make Aga Tower Big Key a thing, but...
Fun fact for people who aspiring speedrunners is you can just make up a category anytime you want and run it, and nobody can stop you.
Or Malmo will pop into your chat and say, hey, wouldn't it be cool if somebody ran this, and bully you until you do?
Yeah. No, every time I think of an idea like that, I think, okay, which runner can I nerd snipe into doing this? It's like, it's either Spaces or it's MrByer.
Or just Chex.
Maybe
Chex
Concision or Chex, yeah.
Chex loves sloppy categories.
He likes categories that already have leaderboards. But categories that don't have leaderboards, that's where I get like MrByer and Spaces involved. And maybe Tam. But Tam is more likely to be making those categories than running them.
Yeah, I'm definitely more on the side of categories that already have a leaderboard, mostly because I'm really lazy when I route things, and like I don't think of the optimizations and stuff. I'd rather just see someone else do it and then copy it.
It's valid. That's why I get MrByer to route it. And then I don't run it. I don't do any of the work. I just tell someone else, hey, wouldn't this be a cool category? And then they do all the work. And then I take credit for inventing the category.
What's the quote from the motivational book? Find something that someone else isn't doing and go do it. Or
find something that
make
someone else
do it.
do it and then talk someone else into doing it.
Talk someone else into doing it. Consulting firm by Malmo.
Convince MrByer to be the change you want to see in the world. I don't know. Spleebie is going into GT now. Maybe he'll go right first and get the big key early? Probably not. I think the game just wants to waste his time. This game is just wasting everyone's time. It's even Spleebie who got the good route. Oh no, a shovel! I forgot that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice. Again, the game just wants to waste your time.
It's going to Hope Room.
You can do it. Well, this could be Hope, right? There's a key here. Maybe he'll do it. Oh, he's got the key now.
Looks...
Oh, not doing Tower Room. You don't do that in Go mode. There we go. I'm gonna get the big key early. Unless both of us are blind. And it was actually there. In the left side.
It is possible. I mean, I do need aids to my vision, so...
What is he thinking now? I mean, he's thinking like if it was Skull and Thieves, he would have done it earlier. He's gonna do this last, but I think he's running out of things he can do that aren't Skull and Thieves. This is probably Skull.
Oh no. Oh, Spleebie got the big key and then he mirrored out and then he realized he didn't have a small key. He could have just opened the other two chests.
Yeah. Oh well.
Which I think we saw at least 3 out of 4 small keys, so maybe it wouldn't have worked out, but it's a bit low on magic here.
Yeah, he has silvers, but he needs to conserve them a little. He'll probably pick up a pot somewhere in Gauntlet. He's not going to be doing fire out Lambos.
Maybe he just does secret Aga 1 clear at the end of the game and gets the NMG arrows.
Secret Aga 1 clear. Oh, he needs Quake to put Turtle Rock on Logic.
Yeah. You can't end the game out of Logic. That's not a thing. I guess there are a
not even
couple
getting-
arrow pots up here.
He's not even getting the decanter. Oh, we're gonna check pad. Let's go. He gets the bad news just as Spleebie's climbing GT. I was hoping he would at least like know what happened before he. I saw that little step. It's like, wait a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's the worst.
I'm not even sure how much behind Buyer feels at this point.
He just frame rule the
Yeah,
the
he
fire
absolutely did.
Nice.
And
it wasn't
the,
even moving towards him. That's a good frame rule.
The NMG part of me hates it. That fire snake is such a pain.
You know, that fire snake is
especially-
never in that position in NMG. You don't get to frame roll him. He's always moving crosswise at the top, or he's not in your way at all. I guess he's in go mode. But boy, does he have a lot ahead of him.
Yeah. Still has like
he has to go back into Buyer to unlock Hera.
2 dungeons and a prize to collect.
Yeah.
And he
That
can't
prize is,
even even Herapod to the prize either.
That prize is
feel
almost
bad.
worse than some of the things you have to do in no logic to get prizes. Like the sewer door duping. Like that's the level of nonsense he has to deal with to get this ped. I'm sure that's when the thing that was going through his mind is, oh, that's why Spleebie hasn't finished yet.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, Book was the first check of the game, right? So the only way that he's ahead right now is if he checked Ped super early. Or at least
or
earlier
did Skull
than
Woods
this.
super early. Like if you also just did Skull Woods early and mirrored and checked Ped in your Dark World clear, you might have. You definitely could have been bottlenecked into that if you were inclined to do Pendant Skull Pendant Thieves. And if you had done a south to north route, I think you might have found little enough that it would have been a good play. He has 5 arrows. That's comfy. He can actually be a little bit aggressive on the Ganon Silvers.
Shoot one into Agatu to send a message, I guess.
Oh no, that was a free triple. He's facing the wrong direction. I also, by the way, MrByer totally gonna miss the silvers. This he's in go mode, he's not gonna get the big
Oh
chest.
yeah, he's just not gonna open it.
Oh, he's on the God Pixel, but there's a bunch of stuff in his way. There we go. I think you should quadrant glitch for fun.
I saw
a
Spleebie's
treat.
camera unlock. I wonder if he tried to clipe and just didn't get there in time. It's just like a peripheral
Powering
vision
the
thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get a sub 130 ped seed. HMG seeds have gotten so much faster that even this kind of seed is gonna be sub 130 for at least one runner. Again, I compile the finishing times for the winners and the glitch tournaments. And I haven't done that yet for this tournament, but I do expect it to be lower. I think, did we have Specky Clip in 2023?
I believe late 2023 was when it was discovered.
Summer was almost when we got Tark, right?
It might have been like one of the first
during
things
I
we.
think it happened during the tournament. So yeah, there's going to be some pre-Specky Clip. There's a gap between when Specky Clip was discovered and when it was legalized for like non-glitch modes, but it was always allowed in glitch modes. So I think we probably had it a little longer than that. GG to Spleebie, by the way, taking this game at just a little under an hour and a half. As MrByer works on his second of 3 pendants.
Yeah, and we never found the mitts, right? I think we each found the same glove.
Yeah, where are the mitts? The Hookshot Cave, maybe? Or no, we even saw most the last 2 checks in the GT left, the right side that Spleebie skipped. Probably had mitts.
That may be true, yeah.
All right.
Hi, Spleebie, GG.
Hi, GG.
Hello. Fire
I
didn't
just
check ped early, huh?
Nope.
No.
It was a really bad seed if you didn't check ped early because of the Skullwoods pendant. Makes it really hard to get there. So yeah, you just did everything else.
Dig spot is a heart piece, not the other glove.
Heart container, yeah.
That,
the other glove, there's like a Shot Cave
container.
and the 2 chests you didn't get on right side GT.
Did Buyer do a upper GT?
No. Oh, I guess it could be up there too.
Oh yeah, there's those.
Yeah, he hasn't climbed yet.
I was so nervous, like, especially after that Vitreous death. It's like, okay, well, hopefully Buyer didn't read ped or I'm just hosed.
The Vitreous death was definitely a lot less stressful for us than it must have been for you.
Yeah.
Because we saw how just absolutely hosed MrByer was very early on. It was getting very quickly hard to concoct a scenario where he could come back from it, not checking ped early. He's still playing, by the way. He wants this pendant. I wonder if we'll just like stop at the pendant.
Maybe he'll stop once ped is last.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, oh,
Get
well,
ped and
guess it
then
was
stop.
ped.
Gotta get it right.
Well, if he hasn't climbed, he might think that it's climb to get. That would be so gross. Climb to get cane. Wait, big key's on right side. Never mind.
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah.
climb to get cane,
Not
locking
cane.
the key on right side isn't gonna happen. Climb to get hook shot, right?
What? Oh, that's one.
He know. By the way, he has checked ped. He knows it's here now. So he's just getting the pendant.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good point. Is that you maybe wanted to look at your keys when you're in GT to see if hookshot can be upstairs. When he was there, though, I think he actually didn't have the cane. Well, he didn't.
No,
have the
he
fire
didn't.
out. He didn't have something. He didn't have the cane, so he did the left side out of logic and didn't find the big key.
I spent forever looking for the cane, which is why I was thinking cane.
I guess I have some questions about your justification for your like dungeon order after getting
Yeah, I screwed up the swamp thing a whole bunch because who does an Hera? Because who plays like who plays? Hookshot's never on ped. It's just so awkward.
Hookshot on ped
HMG.
is the we're gonna make you do HMG the normal way, the way that the logic expects. None of this specky clip, none of this parapot.
I was trying to figure out if Meyer could also be Quake, which would have been
certainly
spicy.
could have been, right? That was the missing piece in this dungeon. All dungeon seed was the Quake actually being required.
Yeah, but then
Survivor is forfeited at his
Vitreous did have a small key, so I knew that Kane wasn't gonna be in swamp because her big key was upstairs.
Oh yeah, though you.
But then maybe I forgot that and did all of swamp anyway.
You did do all of swamp, but I wasn't paying attention either. I just think, why didn't you do Pod and Eastern before any of that? Because you wanted to do Pod and Eastern because they're like not very go modable, and then Meyer, and then Hera, and then Swamp, or sorry, Swamp and then Ice because Ice is slow and out of logic.
Where was the book? Was it at Saha?
Sanctuary.
That was
Sanctuary.
Yeah, you can't miss the book, but you can definitely.
I was like, was it the early Saha play that?
Not running to the pedestal when you have a mountain to climb.
Yeah.
And then thinking, oh, then you get the mirror and it's just so free. I can check ped anytime I want, and then check your Darkworld map and it's a pendant. And you're like, well, I'm never going there unless I plan to pull ped, so I'm going to do it last.
Yeah. We are joined by MrByer. GG.
GG.
GG's.
If it makes you feel any better, I get hosed by that seed too, because I don't
Yeah,
really
me
like
too.
early ped checks.
In this imaginary group race, you're in like second place.
Yeah.
I
forgot
just
where the
checked
mirror
ped
was.
right when we were there.
I might have done a ped
Mm.
check.
The mirror was in Blind's Hut, I think.
Oh, so I did have it. So I did have both mirror and book.
You had it.
Yeah,
You just didn't
you
go to
just-
Skull Woods because it's pendant.
Yeah,
You
and
started
why
your
would you do that?
fake flute to Thieves Town, and you did half of Thieves Town, and then went south.
Oh,
I
wait,
think
I
if
had-
you had done Long Swim, you would have started at Skull. But I was thinking actually that like, not that hindsight's 2020, but like starting from the south might have been good because by the time you get up there, then you'll have nowhere to go except Skull Woods.
I guess that's true.
The only thing that could really screw you in that circumstance is you go into Thieves, which I guess this is news to you because it's the one thing you didn't get is if you go into Thieves early enough and you're not in go mode, you get the bow and the big chest. And then you can say, well, I don't need to do Skullwoods anymore. I have Pod and Eastern.
Wait, I think book was my first check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I actually had a race recently where I got book in Mushroom, and I ended up checking ped right then and there. I didn't really think about it in this seed, but it actually that would have made this seed completely different.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can watch this back if you can stomach it. That I think I described it as oil and water. That you and Spleebie would not touch the same location until you converged in Meyer.
Yeah, just having the knowledge that both of those pendants were required just allowed Spleebie to absolutely just scoop everything up and go to every single available check because it's needed anyway, so you might as well just do it while you're passing by.
Yeah.
Did end up skipping a few things, like Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, once you got Ether, I think you got a little more aggressive, and like after you got Ether, you went to Meyer and then died to Vidi, so that might have made you a little more aggressive.
I didn't die to Vidi then. I unlocked Swamp and then because I didn't have the cane yet.
Oh,
so
true.
I got Ether and I went and did the front of Meyer and unlocked Swamp, and then I should have save and quit after opening the door, but I walked out and then I ran to the dam because of reasons. Even though I had the mirror, it was a thing.
Yeah, we had a couple questions about why didn't you just do it the normal way since it's.
But at that point, it was like I might as well do all that and get the hook shot and then do all the other things. So.
Yeah, it was partially the seed, but I'm also like kind of mad at how I played, or annoyed, I guess is the word. I felt kind of mad. I also usually did pod before GT. I don't know why I did it the other way this time. I think I was too afraid of like having to commit to like a basement clip, a potential basement clip. Even though the reason why I think a pod dip is good is because you don't have to commit to that. And I didn't even end up doing it despite having the easier one when I was actually in there.
Well, if you don't have anything else to say, we got more races the rest of the week on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have Skelly versus Breadcoon in the winner's bracket. It's a game 2 with Skelly having a lead. And then on the 26th, we have a couple races, including the second game and MrByer and Spleebie at the same time. If you check out the schedule, you can see what's ahead. There aren't that many pairings left, so that's if you want to catch some HMG, this is your last chance. If you want to help out with comms and tracking, feel free to sign up. You don't need to have glitch experience to track glitch races. And if you want to comm with a glitch runner, you can always just ask as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.